Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about random facts that I know and I've just picked up from my time in school. So today I have 6 facts for you guys, and most of them are history related, but there's one that's a science one. But I really like history, and so here are some of the facts. So in World War I, when America was going against Germany, we wanted to disassociate ourselves from them as much as possible. And so we had things like the Frankfurter, hamburger, sauerkraut, and German shepherds. And we were like, we can't have that, it's too German. So we renamed them. The one that we all know today is a hot dog. Frankfurter became a hot dog. That's the only one that stuck because these names are quite dumb. So instead of a hamburger, it was a freedom patty. Why, America? Instead of a German shepherd, it was a Liberty pup, Liberty dog, whatever you wanted to call it, as long as it was related to freedom in America and not Germany. Sauerkraut was no longer sauerkraut, but freedom cabbage. And as long as you renamed anything to freedom and liberty, it was okay. It was okay with America. And eventually we were against the French and we renamed French fries freedom fries. It didn't stick. Nothing stuck except for the hot dog because that was the only sensible name. I don't remember which world war or which war in general, but the Americans hated the British. We were fighting together, we were allies, but we hated fighting with the British. Mainly because at 4 o'clock every day the British would put down everything, sit down and have a cup of tea. And we were like, what are you doing? There's a war going on. Why are you having tea? This is not your priority. So yeah, Americans really were annoyed with the British, and half the time we couldn't understand them because they had like thick accents and just no. Number 3. This fact is actually not a history fact, but more of a sciencey fact. A polar bear's fur is not white. It is actually clear. Don't know why, don't know how, but a polar bear's fur is clear, so never listen to anybody who says a polar bear is white. No, the fur is actually clear. Maybe underneath it's a little white, but as a left-handed person, of course I have always looked up who else is left-handed? Who's famous that is left-handed? Because I don't want to be alone. I want to be special and be like, oh yeah, this person was left-handed and they're really cool. So I have a list right here of people that are left-handed. Napoleon, Caesar, Alexander the Great, Ramses II, and Tiberius were all left-handed. And that's just some of them. There's some people like Angelina Jolie, Tom Cruise, you know. So I love the Roman Empire, as most people do. But my favorite emperor of the Roman Empire was Hadrian. Not like because he was a great leader. I mean, you might have heard of Hadrian's Wall. I mean, that was brilliant. Don't know if it was come up by him, but it worked very well. And it was named after him. So Hadrian was actually the first emperor to not have a military haircut and the first one to have a beard. He also was very influenced by the Greek arts, so he tried to bring back those arts and tried to get people more into sculpture and artistry and all of that. And he was also gay. He had to marry because that was what was expected of an emperor, but he had a gay lover. And when his wife died, he, of course, was sorrow, like, he was in mourning for a little bit. But when his gay lover died, Hadrian retired and went off into the country to paint for the rest of his life. At least that's what I remember being told in world history. Don't know how accurate I am. Also, don't quote me on this because I'm not an actual historian. I don't actually know this. This is just what I remember, which is not always accurate. So if you have any corrections, just leave it in the comments below and I'll be sure to look at it and I'll correct myself. Trust me, I will. Napoleon wasn't short. He was actually 5'6" in US terms. When people say he was 5'2", they're talking in French units. He was actually 5'6", and 5'6" was not very short at that time. People have grown taller since then, so 5'6", not so short. Napoleon was not that short. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, social media is down in the description below. Comment down below any errors I have made or maybe any other cool facts that you have found throughout history or even science or math or what else am I missing? Science, math, or English, just anything in general. And I will see you not tomorrow but the day after. Bye!